Hey guys, what's up? It's Colin. I'm going to be doing a solo commentary today, so this should go great, cause I'm the best at these. Alex and Tyler and Caleb are off doing other things while I sit here in my lonesome and record awesome things from fans of RWBY. If you haven't seen RWBY, it's one of Rooster Teeth's productions. It's fairly recent. Volume 2 is starting up this month, actually, July of 2014. I don't know why I'm saying the date, because the only person who watches this is Kate. But yeah, I went to the options, full screen. I keep clicking open dyslexic, but it closes every time I alt-tab. I've got the volume all the way down, because my volume on my computer is super high. Okay. There we go. It's cool. And I guess the best way to do this is to actually just get started then. Okay, prologue. I gotta click. Alright. It was soon to be a grim night. The Kingdom of Vale and its capital heart beacon. A shining jewel of a city. It was an island of hope amidst the despair that ran rampant throughout the rest of the plain. But soon, the kingdom came under siege from a threat that its people had long thought to be only a myth. The creatures of Grimm. From the shadows they erupted, eager to devour. One horde attacked the city itself, ravaging every bright soul within. Another horde, smaller but no less dangerous, made to ransack the castle. The castle guards stood no chance, for the creatures of Grimm have hides too tough for blades to pierce. Their fangs and claws were made to rip through armor, to break bone and tear flesh asunder. This they did in the eternal quest to slake the hungers that drove them. And so they would, moving further into the castle to come upon the king and queen of Vale. Vale's rulers were brave and true, fierce fighters who defended their homes and family with strength and determination. But even the mighty king and queen were soon overtaken and devoured. No human forged steel or mere human strength could possibly defeat the foul beasts. All seemed lost as the night drew on, screams of horror shattering what had once been a quiet night. It was then that the king's advisor, Lord Osmond, and his longtime friend Lady Goodwitch appeared. Lady Goodwitch, a renowned wizard of the north, cast devastating spells that banished the Grimm from the castle. Through the mighty forces of magic, Lady Goodwitch saved the people of Beacon from the horde of Grimm. The people have a great cheer as... The people have a great cheer as they realize that what had come to pass, and that their lives had been spared. However, their cry of celebration soon turned to one of mourning as they realized that the king and queen had been lost to the attack. And upon further investigation, the young princess of the kingdom had vanished as well, presumed dead. However, Lord Osmond was not convinced that the Grimm had slain the young princess as they had her parents, and my phone just went off, so Kate, that's probably you, and you're being a jerk. He asked Lady Goodwitch to search for any sign of the princess, and to cross the entire kingdom if necessary. Lady Goodwitch agreed, and as Lord Osmond took the throne as regent the next day, she swept away into the night. And so our story begins. And so begins our story. I can read words in the correct order sometimes. I read books. Oh, deserts. Oh, Act 1's cool. I stretch and wake. Oh, it's early. At least I slept well anyway. Huh? Yang's gone already? That's new. I'm usually up way before she is. 7 years later and I still can't get over how early everybody else gets up. I'm gonna go find Yang. We've probably got chores that need doing. Dragon pins! Yes! Why would I ever go to the market? There are dragons. Hey, don't take that tone with me. You know better. I'm working with what I've got, alright? Yang, what's going on? Morning, Ruby. The dragons are just throwing a temper tantrum. Isn't that right, Ember? What about Celica? I had to separate her from the rest of the dragons. She wasn't playing nice. What's got them so upset? We can't exactly afford to have angry we can't exactly afford to have angry sand dragons on our hands. Oh, Lord. I can't talk already. This is gonna be a great playthrough. Ah, well, we gave them their food last night thinking we'd have plenty left over, but, we're out of dragon food. Yep! You've checked all the bags? Yep, we're completely out. Oh, that's not good. Remember the last time we ran out of food? It's not gonna come to that this time, because I have your first chore for the day. You serious? Of course I am. Dragons are hungry and they need somebody to babysit them, so they don't cause havoc in the pens. Gotta move on to the market. The supplier probably has their stall up by now. Oh, fine, I'll go get them some food. Get back here as soon as you can. And now I can cut this so I can focus on my texting. Because I like texting, it's what I do, because I'm professional. Alright. Ah, there are a lot of people here. The market hasn't been this busy in a while. I searched through piles of animal feed, looking for dragon food, but finding nothing. Hey, do you have any dragon food? I'm not seeing any. I'm almost positive we have at least one bag somewhere in here. I'll go check for you. I'm sorry, we're completely out. The next shipment's due later this week, if you don't mind waiting. Nah, don't worry about it. I'll head back to the stables and ask Yang what she wants to do. Thanks for looking, though. My voices are impeccable. I sound exactly like the characters with my one voice I'm doing for everything. Come on, you lazy dragon, back inside. The supplier didn't have any feed, and she won't have any more until later this week. Ruby, we need this food now. We can't keep hungry dragons smack dab in the middle of the village. Oh, we could go to the next village over. They don't have as many dragons as we do, so they're bound to have some feed left over. That'll work. If we leave within the hour, we can get there in the afternoon and leave before nightfall. And so they went. Yang and I go to the neighboring village. Though there hadn't been any hostilities between the clans in a long time, we're treated very coldly. It's made clear that the sooner we leave, the better. A little bitter, but not wanting to start a scene so far from home and safety. We pay for our goods and leave while the sun was high. It isn't ideal traveling conditions, but we are more willing to face the desert than a town full of prickly strangers. Yang? Was it just me, or were some of those villagers treating us, well, rudely? I didn't want to start anything. Wait, you wanted to avoid trouble for once? I'll quiet you. The Xiaolongs have history with that clan. Most of it isn't very nice. But when we're not fighting, we trade. It's the only way anyone lasts out here. We have to watch out for each other at least some of the time. What do you say to a little break? My sister and I approach the oasis, intent on water and shade. I take off my cloak, preparing to enjoy the cool shade of the trees. We're barely 30 feet from the patch when the sand starts shaking. A hyena grim emerges from hiding underneath the sand. It is joined by its fellows, and my sister and I are surrounded. Eee! Damn it, these are creatures of Grim. I can't kill them with my glaive. Yang, catch! I knock a Grim towards Yang, who destroys it with her aura. One of the beasts slips past Yang's guard and swipes at Ember. She roars in surprise and hops backwards, throwing Yang to the ground. I'm fine. A Grim approaches Yang from behind. She doesn't notice. Behind you! I jump from my dragon and swing my glaive. It catches the beast in the jaw, and the blade breaks. Crack! What? I shake myself out of my stunned stupor when another monster charges at me. I beat it back and glance over at Yang. Yang is fighting 3 Grim at once. She's starting to tire. I wonder if we'll make it out of this. Zap! Hello. My name is Glinda Goodwitch, and I'm looking for the Xiaolong village. Would you be so kind as to guide me there? Sure, I'm Yang Xiaolong, and this is RWBY. We'll take you back to the village. Just let me get our dragons. Very well. You watch yourself, RWBY. I don't trust her. You don't look like most people in this part of Vale. Well, I'm adopted. And I notice you have silver eyes. That's certainly an unusual trait. I guess I do. I guess it is? I mean, yes, I do. It is. Why? Your companion. She called you RWBY. Yang's my sister. Well, adopted sister, but... I hope you don't think badly of this, but I do not have the time to dance around the subject. You're Ruby Rose, are you not? Yes? I've come here to take you back. Wait, back? Back where? I'm here to return you to your kingdom. My kingdom? What are you talking about? You're the Princess of Vale. I have come to take you to Beacon, whence you may rule your kingdom once again. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a girl. I said I was adopted, but there was a caravan that got attacked by bandits. The Xiaolong took me in when I was barely 10. Lady RWBY, I'm sorry, but I do not have time for this. As we speak, the creatures of Grimm are beginning to fight in an organized manner. Did you see how the beasts with which attacked you earlier were acting? That's not how the creatures of Grimm normally act. They do not strike in waves or wait until someone's back is turned. They run in, strike, and if they don't kill you the first time, they'll most certainly do it the second. I need you to come back to Beacon. Once you're there, we can truly begin to fight back against these monsters. If you do not come with me, I fear for the fate of this world. Will you come with me? No. I turn around and put my cloak back on. Good, I'll speak to Miss Xiaolong and... What did you say? I'm not going to leave the village. I'm sorry you came all the way out here, but I don't want to leave. RWBY, I'm sorry, but you don't have much choice. You're the princess, and you must lead your people. Yang! Oh, Yang, you're back, We can ride as well as talk. You'll ride with me then, I think. Interesting turn of developments. Miss Rose, there are preparations to make before we leave. You had best get started on them immediately. Yang, don't worry, sis, I've got you. Go do what you need to do. What do you think you're... So about those preparations, how cold is it in the castle? Normally we Xiaolongs make our panties from the hides of rogue sand dragons. But maybe you should get RWBY something woolen. I mean, if her royal butt froze to the throne, how would her subjects take her seriously? Queen RWBY of the icy rear isn't going to strike fear into the heart of anyone. Oh, Yang is the best. Oh, does it make armored underwear? That'd be even better. Yes, it would, Yang. I'm thinking we could get RWBY a set made out of plate and chain. Put some spikes on there to intimidate our enemies when she rides into battle. Or we can make something out of her Ursa skull. If you ever headbutted one, they're really strong. Her junk would be stylish and safe with a pair of those. Are you writing this down? Actually, I just remembered I have a thing. Later. That was the best scene. That's great. Nothing could top that. That was amazing. Glad I gave that woman the slip. I need to get my weapon fixed in case she tries anything funny with me. Don't worry, sweetheart. You'll be better soon. Just hold on. Hold on for me. Be strong a little longer. So, are you gonna buy anything? Or do we need to have to ask you to leave? Yes, as in, I'm gonna buy something, not yes, tell me to go. Well, I'm not really here to buy anything, so it's more of a no to both options. Uh-huh. Can you please fix her, please? That's a nasty break. You'd be better off getting a new weapon. Just fix her, please. It's gonna take time to reforge something like this, and the metal still won't be as strong. We've got a nice selection of glaives in the back if you want to take a look. How about it? Nope. I've been working with metal a long time, miss. Trust me, you'll see more use out of a new one. Thanks for your time, then. Wait, I can fix it. Yay! Just leave it here and I'll see what I can do. A dragonfire takes a while to get going, but it'll give you the best results. Can I just take a minute to say the soundtrack is amazing? Is there anything else I can help you with? No, I'm fine. So why are you still here? You mean I can't watch? No. Oh, okay. Take good care of her. I'll be back soon. Man, those repairs can't be done soon enough. My poor child, all alone in the arms of a stranger. I can't even think about it. Can't go home just yet. We left that creepy Goodwitch lady there to talk to my father. I'm gonna go hang out with Yang to distract myself instead. Bet she's with her dragons. Who's a good girl? Sing a song for me, baby. Chirp! You gotta do better than that if you want dinner. Sing! Scree! I'm the best dragon. Can I say those abs are looking fine? Oh. Ow! RWBY? Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I was teaching Ember how to dragon. I think they're dragoning pretty well already. Anyway, sis, speaking of dragons, the storyteller is doing our favorite show tonight. You want to come with me and kill some time? I ditched that good lich lady in Daddy's tent. They're still talking and he hasn't kicked her out yet. Yeah, then I definitely don't want to go home. I need a break from these dragons. They've been antsy and stubborn all day. Skirt! Yes, I'm talking about you, fussy fangs. Anyway, let's go! Yang and I stand on the outside of a small semicircle of children and younger teens. A few adults are scattered here and there, all holding onto their children's hands or with their babies on their laps. This is more of a child's event. Yang and I are the oldest people there, unaccompanied. All of them are dark-skinned, sandy-haired Xiaolong villagers. Though no one says anything, I know I must stand out like a sore thumb. It reminds me of Glinda. I don't want to be reminded of Glinda. I look at Yang smiling beside me, then to the center of the circle. The storyteller, a blazing fire near him as his dolls and puppets cast shadows to tell our favorite story. Looks like we've got here just in time. He just started. Oh, these are sick. Oh, this is cool. This is a story from the beginning, before the desert, before the heat. Men, beasts, and plants live together in the cycle of life, in the cycle of death and rebirth. The rain was soft and gentle, and our families lived and ruled far and wide, in peace and plenty. Oh, we're gonna heckle him, of course we are! I don't remember it being this boring. Get to the good stuff! And then came the creatures of Grimm. They spread across the land like a wildfire, and everything they touched withered and died. The sands blew in, the rain stopped, and when they did come, they flooded and drowned out livestock and our homes. Well, heckle! The end. Yeah, that's it, kids. Story's over. Everyone died. Sorry. But humanity was not to be wiped out just yet. Allies appeared from the furthest plains, and with our hope restored, we drove the Grimm back. We stood up, led by our bravest and our wisest, and though the creatures of Grimm still run free in certain parts of the world, humanity thrives as well. That is why whenever we receive a plea for aid from another plane, we will always respect the arrangement made in past generations and give them our finest warriors, as they do for us. What about the dragons? Tell them about the Xiaolong family. Do it! One of the greatest warriors was Xiaolong, the ancestor of our own leader and the woman for whom our tribe is named. She went searching for her husband, who had gone missing during a hunting trip. Yeah! She found him in the claws of a mother dragon, but instead of slaying the beasts, she established dominance over them. Dragons are incredibly intelligent, and she was one of the first to tame them. Ever since that day, the dragons have served us, protected us, and guided us through the sands, and they serve too as a mark of their owner's character. Only the fiercest, the bravest, and the most noble can successfully rein in a wild sand dragon. To own one is to continue our traditions, and to have the respect of a dragon is rare. They are loyal only to their masters and those who have their masters' hearts. The first dragon displayed loyalty only to Xiaolong and her husband. And we have one right here, a real Xiaolong who went out into the desert and bested a dragon. That's right. Yes, we all know the story of how the eldest Xiaolong girl almost died punching dragons in the desert. It's a pity their father never taught his children the same kind of respect their dragons showed them. Dragons. Plural. I own 2. If you two don't start behaving, I'm going to call your father down on you. Ooh, let's confront him. Hey, we're not doing anything wrong, we're just having fun. Yeah, what's your problem? That's it. I've had it with you two girls. You've pushed me too far for too long. Uh-oh. Run! Get back here. Sorry, can't hear you. Sing, baby. Scree! I'm warning you. Scree! I think you made them angry. Better split, buddy. You can't. Ah! I think we messed up. Grr! Good dragon. Nah, don't worry, I didn't forget your dinner. I had to go do things with your other mama for a bit, but I'm back now. I'd a bit more like their auntie than anything else. Oh, yeah, of course. I guess I just forget sometimes. Forget what? Well, you know. Remember how the other kids picked on us after they saw how my dragons were towards you? That's right. Oh, that was so long ago. He used to say it meant I was your husband now, like the other Xiaolong from the story. Oh, I know. Got to the point that even I thought it meant we were supposed to get married one day. Oh, into the trash can I go. Me too, honestly. I used to make up plans for when we grew up together. I mean, guess we all thought strange things as kids. Yeah. Anyway, let's go. I think Dad might have run off that Glinda weirdo by now. My glaive should be ready soon, too. Yeah, we wasted enough time digging around the fireplace. We arrived back at our tents to see that Dad was asleep, and the Glinda lady nowhere to be found. Every attention I had slipped away. In the sun relief, I felt exhausted. It was late. I should head to bed soon, too. Oh, I'm so tired. I had to run all the way back to the blacksmith to get my glaive back. And then there's all the stuff Glinda told me. The Grimmer's starting to act weird, and they'll probably keep acting weird whether I stay here or go to Beacon. Since I'd rather stay here, I can worry about tomorrow. I stepped toward my bedroll. Just before I lie down, something slammed into me, knocking me down. What? You shout long sometimes, I swear. Hey, what's the deal? Grrr. Oh, lump. Oh, is Glinda sleeping and she's cranky when she's sleeping? What? Glinda! What big teeth you have! A scream tore through the air. I run outside and turn just as my tent collapses, a hyena grim working its way out of the tangle. It looks at me and makes a noise, something between a growl and a laugh. Oh no. The grim runs towards me and leaps towards my chest. I spin tightly, the butt of my glaive coming in an upward sweep, slamming into the grim's side and making it screech. It flies out of sight. Can't kill you guys, but I can sure as heck knock you back. I turn around to look at the village. No. Already a number of Xiaolong lie still. Several women run with children in tow, while other Xiaolong fought against the monsters. A handful of Grimm turn to chase after the others. Oh, no you don't. I call upon my semblance, leaping into place to protect the Xiaolong's retreat. Again, I strike the Grimm with the butt of my glaive, hard enough to send them flying. Why can't I kill these things? A pillar of flame roars into existence near the center of the village. That must be Yang. Wonder how many she got with that. I return my attention to the advancing Grimm. Satisfied that they're no longer going after non-combatants, I run towards the middle of the village, where I can hear most of the fight taking place. I'm the best storyteller. Oh, that guy lost his arm. Oh, this is, some would say, grim. Ah ha ha! In the center of the village, the great fire remains burning, its flickering light alternately illuminating and obscuring the horrid scene. Human forms litter the ground, their bodies far outnumbering those of fallen Grimm. They're doing it again. The Grimm were attacking in an organized manner, fighting in waves. Some would strike, and then they would fade into the night while a second wave advances. Then the first wave strikes again, to double their numbers against the Xiaolong. It's a terribly effective tactic. Pardon me. Zap! Blast of magic cleared away some of the Grimm. Glinda, her wand held before her like a sword, stepped into the fading purple light. I'll be fine here, go join your sister. I'm just imagining her just nonchalant, just slaughtering all the Grimm, all day, every day. I smile at Glinda, who gives a curt nod before returning to her bloody work. I dash off in Yang's direction, twirling my glaive to send the Grimm hurtling towards my sister's flames. The next day! I'm sorry it took so long for me to act. I'm afraid I was unaware of the situation until it was rather late. It's okay. You helped a lot once you showed up. More than I did, really. Ruby, I know that you told me that you wish to stay with the Xiaolongs, but all of the Grimm and Vale are becoming this organized. It's not just in this desert. It's everywhere. This has happened in many other places, and I can almost guarantee that it will happen again. Here, somewhere else, I don't know, but it will happen again. There are ancient protection spells that protect our plane, and they are dying. We need a true-blooded heir to rekindle them. That's you, Ruby. We need you. If you don't, this will continue to happen until humanity is eradicated from this plane and eventually every other. However, if you take up your royal duty, if you claim your place as the princess, then you can make it clear to your people that these are not just isolated incidents. We cannot forget. We cannot twiddle our thumbs until another, much worse attack happens. So I will ask you again, will you come to Beacon and become the queen you were born to be? I don't answer immediately. I look at Glinda, then almost anywhere but at her. You know, I had all the guts over there, that torn out throat right there, probably some dead kids in the back, you know, just anywhere but her. I've been almost certain of my decision that night before, but much had happened in those few hours. I'm no longer sure. I say you go for it. It honestly couldn't hurt, you going there. And hey, it might be nice to get a change of scenery. Seeing the desert sand every day wears me out. I'm just not sure I can do it. I'm not much of a queen. Well, that's why I'm going with you. That way we can both be bad queens together. You can't do that. You should stay with your family. Yang slapped my arm gently. Gently for Yang, at least. It was still nearly enough to bruise. What do you think I'm doing? You're my sister. That sure as hell makes you family. I look away, blushing at my sister's affection. Oh, you're gonna get me some of that later. And yeah, let's go to Beacon. Alright, I'll go to Beacon, as long as I could be with Yang. Much of the day was spent caring for the wounded and the fallen, and going through the destroyed village, seeing what is ruined and what might be repaired. Glinda and I help as much as we can, but with the Xiaolongs as well versed in after-battle care as they are, there isn't much for us to do. At last, I stand alongside my sister and Glinda as Yang said her goodbyes. I only smiled, trying to hold in tears, as the clan bid us fond farewells. I'd only lived here for a few years. They'd been a rich and wonderful few years. Just before we left, one of the older women gave me a small charm. Luck to you, Ruby Rose. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, this art is so good! With that, we climb atop the sand dragons and give a final wave to the Xiaolong village. We ride off, and it wasn't long before the village is out of sight. Only then do I allow myself some tears, though I keep them quiet, not wishing to disturb Yang or Glinda. So, with a bright moon to guide us, we go to the capital of the Kingdom of Vale. And something tells me that's the end of Act 1. Yep, there it is. Let's, yeah, these are the tumblers, I guess, from, all the people who worked on this. This was just the demo, and I thought it was really awesome. The art was fantastic, the writing was really good. Let's see, it was probably a little bit shorter than I thought it was going to be, but it is a demo. I don't know how long I was expecting it to be. But, you know. Let's see. I thought it was really fun. I'm really excited to see the full thing. I would totally just throw money at this. I don't know if they've got donation links or something. I'm not asking you to. And I don't know any of these people personally. I'm just a random stalker guy on the Toonblars. But yeah, if they take donations, I'll have to look. I'm totally going to see if I can't donate. If I can scrounge up all the money I can. The art, I thought, was fantastic. The writing was really good. I thought the choices were nice and pretty varied. It's Act 1, so I didn't expect too many. I'm sure there'll be more, you know, in the later chapters. I thought it's a nice alternate universe. I really like the story of RWBY, and I like a whole bunch of the AUs. I like a lot of the people that worked on this. Music was great, visuals were great, choices were great, dialogue was great. Yeah, it was just the demo, more will be coming, what have I not covered, I don't know. Yang is awesome, Ladybug is best. Weiss is okay too, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do a full thing when this comes out. I'm really bad at solo commentating, as you've probably noticed me doing this. Yeah, talk to you guys later. Hope you enjoyed. Bye!